We'll see.
Okay, that's okay. They're all up for discussion, and I'll let you wrestle my question on Monday. We'll see how good you are. It's about the only time you get a chance to answer a question probably these days on Mondays. K1BLB, very good.
Good morning, Tommy. Yeah, I got you. And you're going to be number 10 on the list. You're peaking at 5.9, Tommy. Beautiful signal. WB5DRI N5B. K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile, standing by to the Precious Flowers Club now. K2SJP, N5B, we got you, Bob. You get a big signal, Aeronautical Mobile. N5B, K2SJP. I didn't get what you were saying. You went right down on me. Bob, I'm sorry, I didn't get the last half of that. It's a little bit peaky with me, so your audio's a little bit hot. Negative copy. Let me get out of this area, maybe it'll be a little better. Okay, understood. You're going to try another area. K2SJP, are you copying me, Bob, W5OG? Roger, W5OG, K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile. Yeah,
Lee was saying is your audio is just a bit hot, but you also have a lot of noise in the background. You can hear the engine noise and wind noise there, Bob. But I hear you fine. W5OG.
Yeah, okay, Dale. Well, I'm on the new headset. It's supposed to be noise canceling. I'm sure hoping that the engine noise is somewhat less than it used to be. Over.
No, it's not. It's not working. I would think that if that's noise canceling, that perhaps you don't have it switched on or something, Bob. It's really not working. You're pretty noisy. Anyway, good morning to all. W5OG. I'll be here for the net.
Okay, Dale. W5OG, K2SJP. Aeronautical Mobile, standing by.
WF5OG, W5ABI. Good signal this morning, Dale.
78JN, standing by for the Air Force Flyers Club Net.
Yeah, Joe, mighty fine. You're S9 also, and good morning, John, W7AJN. W5OG, and Bob, you might, you're probably a little bit late for that, but you need to turn down the audio, I think, one more setting at least on your iPhone there for the iOS program.
Roger, Dale. W5OG, K2SJP. Audio any better now? I turned the mic gain all the way down.
It's much better. The audio is fine. You still have the background noise, but the audio is much better. Thank you, Bob. W5OG.
Okay, yeah, I had it up way too high. W5OG, K2SJP, bye. Good morning. This is WB5DRI. I will be starting up the Air Force's Flyers Club Net in about 2 minutes on this frequency.
Good ship. I'm WB5DRI, W5ABI.
Yeah, good morning, Joe, W5ABI, WB5DRI. Thank you. Yeah, you're in S9 with me this morning here in San Antonio. Good to hear you there, Joe.
Yeah, thanks for the report, Brian. You're about S9 plus here. W5ABI, standing by for net.
WB5DRI, K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile. You're blasting my earphones off here, Brian. Yeah, Bob, K2SJP, WB5DRI. Sounding good in San Antonio here, Bob. We're trying to get you in there right after dawn there this morning. Roger. Well, it's about that time. Good morning, everybody. This is WB5DRI. Brian down here in San Antonio. I will be net control this morning for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. I want to welcome all stations to this morning's net. We meet on this frequency, 14.290, every day of the year, normally starting up at 10 o'clock Central Time. Let's see, the Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, and veterans of all of our military services, to include pilots, air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, missile crews, support crews, and anyone involved with military aviation or getting aircraft into the air or operating them from all of our air branches of all of our military services. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net, and you don't need to be involved with the military or aviation in order to check in. Our purpose is to promote fellowship between those radio amateurs who devote a portion of their lives to support our air forces. This is a control net. To contact net control, use the words contact, relay, check-in, or info. We also have a very good website at www.airforcesplural.club.org. I repeat, that's airforcesplural.club.org, which has a lot of good information about our net, an online application if you would like to join the group here, and also it has a lot of bios from our members as well on there. Very interesting website. Again, my call sign is Whiskey Bravo 5 Delta Romeo India. My name is Brian, and I'm located down here in the Alamo City in South Central Texas in San Antonio. Our format for this net is we take check-ins and we go down the list allowing each station to give their reports, and then we go back for a second 73 round if there's time. Usually on Saturdays we have a little more time for the net break. At this time, I do have the following stations off of NetLogger. I have K0ZNC, that's Don up in Longmont, Colorado. Good morning, Don. And I think I know somebody is going to bring him in, so he'll be first on the list this morning. After Don, I have K2SJP that I just talked to, Bob, and down in near Tampa, who is Aeronautical Mobile this morning. We'll bring him in secondly on the list. Then I have looks like a couple of stations, a couple of visitors here. K6AGW, and that would be, looks like Alan in California. Good morning to you, Alan. Welcome to our net. Then I have K7 Delta Victor, Kilo 7 Delta Victor up in Idaho, David. In Idaho Falls, I believe. Welcome to our net, David, and we'll try to get you in there early here. Next, I have Lee N5BE, and Lee is running our net logger this morning, and has also provided the questions of the day. We do have questions that are kind of a trivia fun thing that we do here on the net, and his questions are the ones presented this morning, so we'll get to those shortly after we get to all the check-ins here. But good morning to you, Lee. Thanks again for doing NetLogger, and thanks for the question. Then we have KF7GJO, Carl, over in Sparks, Nevada. Good morning to you, Carl. That's our ops officer. Then we have W86LJS, John, out in Humboldt, California, another one of our net controllers. Good morning to you, John. Then we have K1BOB, our commander. Good morning to you, Bob. And good signal. I heard you earlier before the net started there, so we've got pretty good conditions this morning. So good morning to you, and let's see. Next up would be Jim, W6WAY, on the list here. So good morning to you, Jim. Jim is in Corona, California. Then we have WB5DRI Ray out in New Jersey. Good morning to you, Ray. Then we have KS5KY, Chris, out in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Good morning to you, Chris. Then we have one of our Alabama stations this morning, Tom, KA4YES. Good morning to you, Tom. Then we have my older brother, Dale, W5OG, up in Northeast Texas. Good morning to you, Dale, and good morning to Carolyn there. Love to you guys. And I hope the weather wasn't too bad up there with all the tornadoes that were not too far from your station, from what I heard last night. So hope everything is well in that area up there. Then we have W7AJN. That's John, and he is out in Peoria, Arizona. Good morning to you, John. Then we have Joe that I just talked to, W5ABI, and he's in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And good to hear you also this morning, Joe. Then we have Charlie. Good morning to you, Charlie. Charlie is in Cartersville, Georgia. That's K4YDB. And he is running a live stream of our net on YouTube. If you type in his call sign and live stream there, the live stream of the net will come up. That's K4YDB. Let's see. Then we have N3OSI. That's another one of our members in Nevada. That's Jimmy. Good to have you in there with us this morning, Jimmy. Good morning. Then we have Mike, another Arizona station, King Queen 6 Echo. Good to have you with us, Mike. Good morning there in Anthem, Arizona. Then we have a couple of stations that are listening. We have N9KJN, that's Norm up in Illinois, is receive only. Good morning to you, Norm. One of our members up there in Illinois who is receive only quite often, but does join our net at times. So good morning to you. And also we have our shortwave listeners over in Amarillo, Texas. It's Joel and Carol and Price. Good morning to you guys, and welcome to our net. And we look forward to hearing you in there on the net one of these days here, Joel. Hopefully one of these days soon. But good to have you out there riding along with us. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. Let's go ahead and get some calls out from the West Coast. Let's see if we can get some more check-ins here before we give the questions this morning. WA6LJF, John, could you put out a call, please?
Will call. This WA6LJS relaying for the net control on the Saturday morning Air Force Flyers net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. I heard something in there, Brian, but I couldn't make it out. Did you get anything?
No, I didn't hear anything at all, John.
Station calling. Try it one more time.
John, somebody keyed up right in the middle of our passband here.
Yeah, there's a station just barely here, and try it again, the station trying to get in. All right, I got a Bravo Charlie in Indiana. That's all I got out of that. Did you get anything, Brian?
Yeah, I was hearing him here. The station, I think it's the Kilo Alpha Bravo in Indiana. Can you come back? Is it KA9RBC? Okay, Ray, we got you there in Bloomington, Indiana. Very good. Good to hear you this morning. You've landed on the Air Force's Flyers Club net. And I know right where Bloomington is, I'm very familiar with it, having been I'm an alumni of Indiana University there. Okay, Ray. Well, you're not going to be able to stick around then? Okay, well, we'll give you a call. But good to have you with us this morning, Ray. Thanks for checking in with us, and we'll call you in the list here. Good to hear you from Bloomington there. Brink, let's get a call out from the East Coast. Charlie, could you put out a call, please? K4YDB, WB5DRI.
Wilco, this is K4YDB relaying for Net Control. We are looking for check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Members or guests, call now.
Kilo Lima 1 Yankee.
Kilo Lima 1 Yankee. Got you on the list. Anybody else? That's all I heard, Brian, was KL1Y.
Okay, well, we got him on the list here. Very good. Charlie, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get started here with questions. They're pretty good questions this morning. I think everybody will enjoy them. They're from, again, N5BEs provided the questions this morning, and I thought they were pretty good. So we'll see how this goes. The first question has to do with a Japanese fighter that was known for extreme maneuverability and long range. Despite its light armament, it had the distinction of being the most produced fighter and arguably had the most Allied air-to-air kills. Can you name this lightweight fighter? And the possible choices are Alpha, the Nakajima Ki-43 Oscar, Alpha, the Nakajima Ki-43 Oscar, Bravo, the Nakajima Ki-84 Frank, Bravo, the Nakajima Ki-84 Frank, Charlie, the Mitsubishi A6M0, Charlie, the Mitsubishi A6M0, Delta, the Kawasaki Ki-61 Tony, Delta, the Kawasaki Ki-61 Tony. And the bonus question is, how did the Allies know when Japan had accepted the terms and had surrendered? And in other words, how did the Allies know? How did we know that Japan had accepted our surrender or their surrender? They had surrendered and accepted the terms and had surrendered in World War II. And the possible answers are Alpha, the Emperor's radio address to the country, Alpha, the Emperor's radio address to the country, Bravo, a telegram to the Swiss embassy, Bravo, a telegram to the Swiss embassy, Charlie, Sweden notified through the Japanese ambassador, Charlie, Sweden was notified through the Japanese ambassador, or Delta, in the clear radio transmission from Imperial Army Headquarters. Delta, in the clear radio transmission from Imperial Army Headquarters in Japan. And Lee has a comment here. Note the answers are match pairs, Alpha, Alpha, Bravo, Bravo, and so forth. And he has a hint. When selecting the answer to the first question, think beyond the Pacific and factor other areas of the war that was waged by Japan. They were all over the globe in the Indo-Pacific area, as well as some other areas, and so you need to think in that context. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Before I do that, do we have any other short timers this morning? This is WB5DRI. Please call now. I don't hear any short timers. Do we have any questions about the questions this morning or the possible answers? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. First up on the list would be Don, K0ZNC up in Longmont. Good morning, Don. Hope everything is well with you there. And good to have you in there with us this morning. You're up, sir. Good morning. WB5DRI.
And John, you're up. Go ahead. K1DLB back to net control.
Okay, Don. Well, good to hear you this morning, Don, and glad everything is going well for you up there in Longmont. And we got your answers there as Delta Delta. So very good. Let's go ahead and move on here. Next up would be Bob down near Tampa. He's up in his airplane right now, or up in the airplane that he flies there from the local area there. K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile. Bob, you're up. Good morning, Bob. Good morning again. WB5DRI. WB5DRI, K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile. We're out over Gainesville and running about 5,000 feet here out over the water. Just beautiful. And you can see people down on the beach. It's quite a warm day. I'm seeing 82 degrees over here now. And it was a great flying day. It was a last-minute decision because the XYL is with her girlfriend since yesterday. And I was getting bored at home, so I went to find out that the airplane was available. So I got it. We'll be back in about 40 minutes. So we'll sign, say good morning to everybody. My answers for the question would be Delta, 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 at the net control. Okay, Bob, K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile. Good to hear you this morning, Bob, and have fun there. I think that's one of the most fun things that you can do is getting up in an airplane there and punching holes in the sky. That's great. So good to hear you this morning. We got your answer is Delta Delta 73s there, Bob, and maybe we'll talk to you later on today, maybe on Echolink or something after the net. Anyway, break with you. Let's start. Let's see if we can get some of our visitors in this morning. First up would be our visitor from Indianapolis, actually. Not Indianapolis, I'm sorry. Bloomington, from Bloomington, Indiana. Our Indiana station there this morning, KA9 RBC, Kilo Alpha 9, Romeo Bravo Charlie. Ray, if you're still in there with us, you're up for our net. What do you have there from Bloomington this morning? WB5DRI. KA9RBC. Ray, are you still out there? WB5DRI. Well, he may have left. Anyway, it was good to have you out there with us this morning, Ray. 73 to you if you're still listening. Let's see if we get some of the other visitors in here this morning. K5 Echo Hotel. K5 Echo. So let's keep it moving here. Break with you. Let's try. Let's see if we can get. Well, let's see. We've got a short timer that I'm showing here. That's Roderick in El Paso, KL1Y. See if we can get Roderick in there, one of our members in El Paso. Good to have you with us there, Rod. You're up for the net. KL1Y, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, KL1Y. I'm going to go with Charlie and the 8610 and Alpha. The radio grid. Answers, and I'm going to stick it up for a little while. I'm sure what you actually back to me.
Okay, good to have you with us, Rod, and haven't heard you in a while, so it's good to hear you there from El Paso. We got your answers here as Charlie. So we'll see how that comes out. Break with you. Let me go back and see if I can pick up another one of the stations out in California there this morning with us. A visitor, Alan, there in Sacramento. Kilo 6 Alpha Golf Whiskey. Kilo 6 Alpha Golf Whiskey. Good morning, Alan. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. Is anybody here, Alan, this morning? I'm not hearing Alan. I'm not sure if he's in there or not. I don't think he's there. I think he may have moved on or may just be listening this morning. But anyway, good to have you with us there this morning, Alan. And we'll try to get you in there again later on in the net. Maybe conditions will improve or something, and we can get you in there from Sacramento. Break with you. Let's go to our net logger guy this morning and another one of our net controllers and also the author of our questions this morning. Lee, good to have you in there with us this morning taking care of net logger, and thanks for all you do. You're up, sir. Good morning. N5BE, WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI N5BE. Love the tuner-upper right there. That's wonderful. Thank you. On this question, the aircraft, the correct answer for the first question, this particular aircraft was widely produced over its next hangar mate, I'll say. And this aircraft was also widely misidentified with another aircraft. So, and my other hint is, you remember me saying about all the myths about World War II? Every German tank was a Tiger, every gun was an 88. If you were shot by a sniper. All of that, of course, is nonsense. Well, there's a nonsense factor on that first question. Because everybody believed every Japanese fighter was X. So there's another hint. I offer that up free, no charge. And on the bonus question, there is controversy there, but everything I could find was that there was one way that everyone found out. And I'm going to give you another hint. the FCC was involved in this. So take that one. I hope that helps everybody else. Okay, Brian, enjoying this. Rod. Yeah, the answers are matched, Rod, if you're listening. I know you picked Charlie and Alpha, but it's Alpha, Alpha, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie, Charlie. So if you want to change that, annotate that in the aim window. All right, Brian, we'll stick around for the answers. I'm enjoying this. WB5DRI and 5BE.
Okay, Lee and 5BE, WB5DRI. Well, thank you for all those comments there, Lee. I think you gave enough hints that folks should be able to zero in on the answer there. No pun intended there for sure. I don't want to make that a pun. Anyway, thanks for all that, Lee, and let's go ahead and move on. We'll break with you, and let's go to Carl out in Sparks, Nevada, our ops officer out there. KF7 GJO. Good morning, Carl. You're up for the net, sir. WB5DRI.
Well, good morning, Brian and the group. KF7 GJO here from should be moving a little bit. Not like we had a couple of weeks ago, but it's not going to be snowing. So, yeah, and this year, recently, I was busy with family stuff on Thursday, and yesterday the guy came to do the annual service on the air conditioning, and it was fairly warm enough to get the air conditioner to cycle without freezing up. But we got to take it down. Interesting question. Before I get into my answer, question for people. What was the date the World War II officially ended? And it may surprise you, but if anybody wants to go around just out at that, I'll get the answer on the 73 round. So back to the question of the day. I hear Lee trying to spice things up there, but I've got to go with Charlie, the A6M Jap Zero, and Sweden being notified through the Japanese ambassador of the cessation of hostilities. And then we all know about our fleet sailing Tokyo Bay and the sighting on the Missouri and like that, which I just heard out of the sense if anybody wants to take the shuttlecraft. I'll give the answer to that on the 73 Hey, good net this morning, and conditions are turning out to be much better than forecast. So I'll send this back to you, Brian, and I'll be with you to the end. WB5DRI, K7, Dale. You turned it.
Did he try to...
Brian, did you get... He turned his back to you there, Brian.
Yeah, we heard his answers, Charlie.
Frequency is occupied. POTUS station, frequency is occupied.
Frequency is in use, oh man, net in progress.
Okay, this frequency is in use. The Air Force's Flyers Club net is in progress here. Let's go ahead and bring in, we'll break with Carl. We got your answer there, Carl, is Charlie, I believe. I hope that's correct. I think that's what I got there. we'll break with you, and let's go out to Hamul, California, to one of our net controllers out there, John, WA6LJS. John, good morning. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Okay, thank you, Brian. WB5DRI, WA6LJS. Good morning to the net. Well, interesting condition this morning. I can't hear the commander at all, even on the SDRs. I don't hear Sparky, his KF7GJL. Can't hear him locally or on the SDRs. But you're coming in booming. So is N5BE. So is Dale, W5OG. You guys are all solid, but some of the other stations I'm having trouble. Anyway, it's 44 degrees here. We've got clear blue sky, plenty of sun. We'll be up into the high 70s before long. And in answer to the question, I'm going to go Charlie. Put me down for Charlie, the A6M0. I think that's the aircraft, and I'm not sure about the bonus question, but if they're matched pair, that makes it automatically another Charlie. So put me down for Charlie. Back to you, Brian, WB5DRI, WA6LJS.
Okay, John, very good. Well, we got you down for Charlie, and good to hear you this morning, John, and thanks for your help this morning. Let's keep it moving here. We'll break with WA6LJS. Let's go to K1BOB, our commander, up in near Boise, Idaho. Bob, K1BOB, you're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K1BOB, Idaho. Good morning, Brian. Thank you for being on the net today on a Saturday. And yes, this frequency usually used to. So wow. Let's see. Thank you, Charlie, for doing the net logger, and thank you very much, Leon, for doing the net logger. But perhaps, a bit of a wily and cunning question. I don't know. I was going to roll in on Charlie like some other folks had. Although Alpha, I think, was a good one because of the second question. I think, and this is my dilemma, and why I say it's a bit low, perhaps, from little I know, most allied skills were from Alpha there. But however, Charlie, the A6, the most were produced. It's about twice as many. So I can't reconcile that as usually, so there's something missing in my little pea brain. I do know that the first one there, Alpha Answer, it had the kamikaze attacks could have made a huge difference in the amount of kills, too. I don't know how they would count it when you destroy a battleship or something. But so I'm going to go for AA, primarily because I like the second answer better. I think that's an A answer. So put me down for double A's. Thank you, Lee, for the question today, and enjoying the net there. And just like John, I can barely hear John here out in California, and there is no skip, and I couldn't catch Carl, but I can hear them both with the delay through Charlie's live stream. Anyway, this is K1BOB. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB, WB5DRI. What were your answers there, Bob?
Double A, Alpha. Okay, got it. Very good.
Let's go ahead and move on. I was hearing you pretty well on the radio, actually, but I missed your answers there somehow. But the conditions are not as good as they were at the start of the net, but hopefully we'll be able to complete it with no problems here this morning. But the propagation has switched around a little bit. But anyway, we got your answers there, Bob. We'll break with you, and let's go to another California station. That's Jim out in Corona, W6WAY. Good to have you back in there with us this morning. Jim, you're up, WB5DRI.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Thanks for running the net. Let's see. I don't have any idea of what the answers to the questions are. Anyway, it's 49 degrees here, and it's supposed to warm up to 77, and it's going to be a nice day. So let's see. I got to make a guess here on the answer. Maybe I'll go with Alpha for my answers to the question. Anyway, back over to you, Brian. WB5DRI, this is W6WAY.
Okay, Jim, very good. W6WAY, WB5DRI. Well, I heard all of your transmission there, Jim, in spite of a little QRM close by us here. I hope you're hearing me. I hope folks are still hearing me with the other stations that are close by, unfortunately. But we'll keep it going here, and I have your answers as Alpha. So we'll break with you, and let's try somebody on the East Coast. Let's go out to Ray out in New Jersey. Ray, good to have you in there with us this morning. WB2JJO, you're up for the net, Ray. WB5DRI.
Good morning, Brian. WB5DRI. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful day here in what do you call New Jersey. We've got 50 degrees and overcast. It's a little bit chilly here, but I'll tell you what, it's still a nice day here. And things are fine. You're doing very good on the electric radio, and I can hear you solid on the Utah SDR. Now, as far as the question goes, I'll tell you what, I gotta hand it to Lee. He really knows how to go what he calls distractions in there. You know what? When I first read the question, my answer was Alpha, and I looked at some of the other answers, and the commander went with Alpha, so I guess he's thinking the same way I'm thinking. So I'm going to stick with Alpha. I'm going to go on my gut on this one here, Brian. So back over to you there, sir. WB5DRI, WB2JJO.
Okay, Ray, very good. WB2JJO, WB5DRI. Well, hearing you very, very well on the SDRs this morning, Ray, and light on the radio. But good to hear you. And yeah, I understand you're going to go with Alpha there, and because that was your initial thought, and also you're following the commander there a little bit, Bob, K1BOB. So very good on that. We got you down, and let's keep it moving here. We'll break with you, and let's go out to Kentucky to Bowling Green and see if we can get Chris in there. I heard you earlier on the radio here, Chris, so I think I'm probably still hearing you, KS5KY. Good morning, Chris, WB5DRI. Okay, Chris, KS5KY, WB5DRI. Well, I heard you well on the radio, but I wasn't sure about which answer you wanted there. Chris, which answer did you want? Okay, all right, I'll put you down for Charlie, and hope that really bad weather is staying away from you guys, but we got a little bit of rain actually overnight here, and it's a blessing, of course, for us here in San Antonio whenever we can get anything at all, and we got a little bit, so it helps out. I'm thinking we're still behind for the year, but maybe we'll catch up here in the next few weeks. Who knows? Hopefully. But hope the weather is not too terribly bad for all the folks up north and out east from us, because I know there's been some very bad weather, and we definitely don't want there to be any of those tornadoes or the bad weather and flooding that can develop this time of the year, and hopefully we won't have any of that, any more of that. I know we've already had some. Anyway, good to hear you this morning, Chris, and your station is sounding good on the radio here this morning, as per usual, actually. So good to hear you. We'll break with you, and let's see if we can get Tom in there from Alabama, KA4YES. Hope the conditions haven't deteriorated too much there, Tom. Good morning. Go ahead and take your turn. WB5DRI. Well, I'm going to need a relay for Tom.
I can hear you here, Tom. Go ahead. W5OG relay.
Go ahead, Tommy. I can relay you. N5B.
Did you have an answer, Tom?
Okay, Tommy, very good. Brian, he chose Alpha.
W5OG.
That was a double. I'm sorry, Dale. He chose Alpha, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Lee, and thank you, Dale. Yeah, it's funny, the conditions are very strange there, Tom, KA4YES. I didn't hear you for the longest time, and then right at the end of your transmission, I heard you, and I heard you turn it finally, but that was all I got from your station. But good to have you with us this morning, Tom, and we got you down for Alpha there, so let's keep it moving here. Break with you, and let's go to Northeast Texas to my older brother Dale. Good morning again, Dale, W5OG. What do you think about these questions, Dale? You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Well, I'm scratching my head like everybody else, I guess, Brian. Good morning. Yeah, W5OG here. Yeah, we were dodging those tornado things yesterday. Supposedly, one came between my little community here of Golden and Alba, which is 7 miles away. So that would be pretty close. But I don't know about any damage yet. They have not reported any significant damage. Now, there were some big bad storms that came on through then and went down the US 80, which goes between, actually it's the old road between Dallas and Shreveport. So it goes on through Longview and then over to Shreveport from Mineola. And along 80 there was some damage with the power lines down, and there are several folks out in that part of the county that are without power. But thankfully we were spared any significant damage here. And in our area didn't really get a whole lot of wind out of the deal. We had more wind last night, not associated with tornadoes, than we did during the tornadic activity. Anyway, it's much better today, although there's still some rain showers around, I guess, and perhaps a possibility of some more thunderstorms. I don't know. I had everything disconnected pretty much all day yesterday, and certainly all night last night. As far as the question, Brian, I don't have any idea. I'm going to go with Charlie. He said it's the most produced. I don't think they had a fighter that was produced more than the Zero. That almost would have to be the Mitsubishi Zero. They sure made an awful lot of them. I do know that. And now the rest of the stuff, I'm not sure. I don't like any of those answers about how they learned about the, maybe Sweden notified through the Japanese ambassador. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but perhaps that's correct. You have to research this right along the same through the same websites, I guess, that Lee used. I don't know. I like A for the answer to the bonus question for sure. Emperor's radio address. I think that did happen, but I'm not sure whether that's the way they found out about it or not. So it could have been a different way. And then as yet, I was confused about what the FCC had to do with any of that. Anyway, Brian, I'm anxiously awaiting the answer to today's perplexing question, and thank you, Lee, for another good head scratcher. I'll be here at the bottom this morning, Brian. Back to net. WB5DRI, W5OG.
Hey, Brian, comment.
Okay, real fine, Dale. Let me get Lee's comment, and then I'll comment on your transmission there. Go ahead, Lee. N5BE, WB5DRI.
I'd like to apologize to everybody. I missed something in the first question. That should have been the second most produced aircraft fighter. So I did not get that in there. And you go over these questions so many times before you put them out, and I did miss sticking that in there. So I'm going to give partial credit to anyone who picked C. I apologize again. That should have been in there. My bad. Back to you, Brian.
I changed my answer to Alpha, Brian.
Okay, I got you down for Alpha there, Dale. And I also noticed that KL1Y Rod changed his answer to Alpha also, so we got him down for Alpha. So very good. Thanks for that, Lee. And that's easy thing to happen there. It's tough to get everything exactly right sometimes, especially when you get a little bit complicated a question there. But anyway, good on everything, and let's keep it moving here. We'll break with you, Dale, and glad that those tornadoes and the really bad stuff stayed away from you guys there at your house, but I know there was some in the area up there yesterday around not too far from you guys, and I was thinking about you for sure. But we'll break with you, and let's go out to Arizona to John, W7AJN. And John, hope your girls are fine and all is well with you and your family there. W7AJN, good morning again, John. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, W7AJN. Good morning, Brian, and good morning to all the flyers out there on the net. It is a beautiful day here in Peoria, Arizona. We're currently 61, going up to 77, and it is sunny here. Thanks for the good wishes on the ladies. In fact, got some good news there. Susan is taking Michaela out shopping this morning, and then they're going to go to lunch together. So they're both doing okay. So happy about that. And Susan is getting off the oxygen occasionally for like even a half hour off the oxygen. So that's looking better. She's getting more able to get oxygen out of the air rather than out of the machine. So good things happening here. On your answer, Brian, I'm going to go with Alpha Alpha. Those are the answers that I'm going to pick, and I think they're correct. So I'll be here for the bottom. So WB5DRI, W7AJN.
Okay, John, W7AJN, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you this morning, John. I'm hearing you well on the electric radio this morning. So very good, and we got your answers there as Alpha Alpha, and sure am glad to hear that all is well with you and yours there. So we'll break with you, and let's go out to Las Cruces, to Joe, who was booming in here earlier. Hopefully the propagation hasn't changed out to Las Cruces from us here in San Antonio, Joe. W5ABI, you're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI and the Flyers, W5ABI. Yeah, good signal this morning. Thanks for running the net. Good morning to you and all the Flyers. Kind of an overcast day. We're supposed to get rain. I hope so. We desperately need it. I don't know how many months it's been since we had any real rain. So in the desert here, we really need the rain. It's currently 49. It's only going up to 62. I had the air on a couple weeks ago, and last week I had to go back to eat. So that shows how the temperature changes. But it's supposed to get a little warmer here in the next couple weeks, I hope. Anyhow, my answer to the question is going to be Charlie. And we'll be here at the bottom, Brian. WB5DRI, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe. Well, very good. W5ABI, WB5DRI, and I know what you mean about going from heat to air conditioner. We do that a lot down here this time, especially this time of the year with the temperature variations. But we're experiencing a little cooler today. We're in the 60s, and that was the low temperature this morning. I think was 61, and so we're going up to only 72 supposedly today. So a little cooler day today. So we'll take it. But anyway, good to hear you there, Joe. And we got your answer, so let's keep it moving. Next up would be our live stream guy. Thank you for all you do there, Charlie, with your great website there on YouTube and your great live stream there. We appreciate it. And you're up, sir. K4YDB, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Brian. Morning to all the Flyers out there and all the visitors we have. And thanks for that, Brian. Just like to help out whenever I can. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a good morning right now. It's currently 81 degrees here. We're supposed to get up to 87 today. It's going to be a lovely day outside. And I need to get out and get some yard work done, but I don't know if I'm ready to go out just yet. If you knew what this doctor did to me, you'd be in shock, man. I thought he was going to kill me. Anyway, it is what it is. But I'm still a little bit sore from that, and I got to go to the drugstore and pick up the antibiotics that I should have got last week. But anyway, right now, let's see. Conditions are pretty good here. I'm copying just about everybody. We got a good list over here in the chat on YouTube as well. But anyway, as far as the question goes, I think I'm just going to go with Alpha. I was going to do something different, but when you changed it, I changed it. Anyway, WB5DRI, K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie. Well, good to hear you this morning. Your usual booming signal here in San Antonio. So very good. We got you down for Alpha there, and hope all goes well with your follow-up there on your. I'm not sure if it was a dental thing that you had there or what exactly But if you're taking, it could be either thing. I guess it could be some kind of medical procedure or a dental thing. My wife has to take antibiotics before her dental appointments because of her immune system being suppressed, I guess. But they just do that and to be cautious about everything. So every time she goes to the dentist, she has to take antibiotics about an hour before. So I guess that helps. It definitely helps her out for some other things sometimes. Anyway, thank goodness for good doctors and dentists and good medical care and dental care. So anyway, break with you, Charlie. Thanks for all you do there. We got your answers as Alpha Alpha. Let's go to N3OSI, Jimmy out there in Nevada. Jimmy, good to have you in there with us this morning. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
And thank you, WB5DRI. This is N3OSI in beautiful Yerington, Nevada. This was 32 degrees is like
N3OSI, WB5DRI.
Got a whole lot going on. Zoom meeting, trying to get some.
He's talking, Brian.
Missouri QSO party this morning. And do some oil. But my answer.
Is anybody here, Jimmy?
He's talking, Brian.
He's talking. And I don't have a whole lot going on, so I'm going to let you move on because I know you got other things. So, WB5DRI, this is into OSI, back to you.
He turned it, Brian.
Okay, what were his answers there?
I didn't hear him. I didn't hear any answers.
AA.
Okay, well, can somebody relay and see if you can get his answers?
Relay, W5ABI. He said A, Alpha Alpha.
Okay, Joe, thanks for the relay. And Jimmy, good to have you in there with us this morning. I think the propagation between San Antonio and Nevada is not quite as good as it is sometimes. But good to have you in there with us, and we got your answer as Alpha Alpha. So we'll break with N3OSI, and let's go to another one of our Arizona stations. Let's go to Mike in Anthem, Arizona. King Queen 6 Echo. Mike, I hope all is well with you and your wife there. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Hi, WB5DRI is the group. KQ6E. Yeah, a little sketchy this morning on the reception, but hearing most everybody. Hope you're hearing me. Well, the XYL, we spent the evening in the ER last night with a catheter problem, so didn't get home till about 2:30, so I'm a little draggy this morning, but we're still here. But good to hear everybody this morning. It's going to be a nice day in Arizona. 70 degrees hot. Going to jump up into the 90s next week. So going to hopefully enjoy this today and see what happens. But yeah, we have visiting
frequencies in use
this afternoon, so to kind of see what's going on. But we'll make it through. So it's the wonders of medical stuff. So anyway, good to hear everybody, and hopefully you're copying me. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm going to go with Alpha Alpha. After the clarification there, I'm going to go with Alpha and jump on the old plane there with you. So hopefully you're copying me on two hot notes. So WB5DRI is the group, KQ6E.
Okay, I think you
frequencies in use, net in progress.
Net in progress. This is WB5DRI, net control for the Air Force's flyers.
Net is a net in progress. Frequency in use station.
Is in use. There is a net in progress.
Okay, Mike, very good. King Queen 6 Echo. Good to hear you this morning, Mike, and I was hearing you on the radio. A little bit lighter than usual, but we did get your answer there as Alpha Alpha. Sure glad you guys are doing okay there in Anthem this morning. And we'll break with you, and let's try Steve out in Florida, King Queen 4, Hotel Juliet November, KQ4HJN. Steve in Edgewater, Florida. Steve, I hope you and your wife are, especially your wife, is recovering well there, and I know she's at home. I hope she's doing well and recovering quickly from her car accident. Good morning, Steve. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Well, good morning there, Brian. Two cripples, it doesn't make it easy at the house because I don't have one of my arms working properly. But, we're making it. It's going to be a slow road, but we're making it. And I'm just going to go with the Lemmy line of Alpha Alpha. It sounds good. And I guess that's about it. So we'll send it back to you, Brian, WB5DRI. Go ahead.
Okay, very good, Steve. Good to hear you this morning. You're coming in very well, I'd say about 5'8" or so on my electric radio here this morning. So good to hear you, and glad to hear you guys are recovering, and we sure pray for your wife to get completely healed up there from her accident there, and also for your wrist there to heal up so you can be fully functional there. But good to hear you there, Steve. And we'll put you down for Alpha Alpha, and we'll break with you, King Queen 4 HJN. Let's go to Cliff, my neighbor to the north. That would be W5PIX. I guess you're home today, Cliff. You're up, sir, and regards to Miss Bonnie. WB5DRI.
Well, good morning, Brian, and all the flyers. This is W5PIX. And yes, sir, we are home, and I was out there in the light rain that we got last night. We had to go get some kids that we thought was supposed to be out of the concert there at the Boeing Center there on Kelly, and or Port San Antonio, as they call it today. But anyways, we were out there in the rain last night. It wasn't bad. It was not bad at all. And got this morning, and rain really shows nothing out here. We know we did get some light rain and stuff, but anyways, and well, I appreciate the question. I'm stepping out. I know the Zero was a dang good airplane, so other than it didn't have sealed tanks and it blew, I thought it was it, but I'm going to go Charlie. I'm sorry. That's just, I'm going to be the black sheep, but anyways, I believe Charlie was the proper way it was handled there. And, I'm still going to get out of the truck today. I'm going to put a tarp in. It's cold, and it's going to get colder tonight, tomorrow. And what the heck happened to spring, I don't know, but we're going to be in the middle 30s in the morning, and the wind chill's going to have it down around just below freezing, or feel like freezing, but we're not going to be freezing here in the hill country. But anyways, Kerrville and Fredericksburg, that area, and farther down towards Lake, and Lost Maples, we've had plenty of rain in that area, so good for the aquifer and the Guadalupe River anyways. And but yeah, we need more rain, and anyways, sorry we're running a little bit late, but we didn't get home till after midnight last night after we finally picked up the kids. We got home after midnight, so had dropped one off, and Miss Bonnie's on it taking Jimmy back to work this morning. So anyways, but yeah, other than that, we stopped at the Belton Hamfest yesterday, walked around, seen everybody, and had to apologize to Miss Bonnie because we were a little late getting home, so I bought some jewelry. We have a lady friend that we met down, well, she's known her from Belton, and then they were down at Dayton, or not Dayton, but Orlando, and then they were there at
But anyways, but back to you, neighbor. W5PIX out here in the hill country, dry ground. So I'm going to get underneath the truck this morning sometime and get after it. But I got to go out here and feed the birds. But I wanted to get in on your net there. So back to you, W5PIX.
Okay, Cliff, W5PIX, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you this morning, Cliff. And we got your answers there as Charlie. And I know what you mean about everything going on. We've got a lot happening down here in San Antonio today, of course. But very good to hear you this morning, and glad you were able to get into the net here with us. And I'd forgotten about the Belton Hamfest there, but I'm glad you were able to get up there to that. And I guess probably James, KG5PTE, is probably heavily involved in that. Anyway, very good on all that. And I should mention that congratulations are in order here in San Antonio to the NCAA teams. We have Florida and Auburn playing at 5 o'clock, around 5 today, about 5:09, kicking off here in San Antonio, or tipping off. And then we have Houston and Duke. Congratulations to them as well. They will be tipping off about 7:49 p.m. here in San Antonio for the next to the last game of the Final Four. The winners of those two games will then play on the championship game on Monday night, which will tip off here in San Antonio about 7:50 in the evening on Monday evening. So congratulations to all those teams. And we also have the Valero Texas Open going on, the golf tournament here in San Antonio. That's a favorite around the country for folks to come into San Antonio to play the Texas Open here. So anyway, that is basically the bottom of the list. I want to recognize all the stations that are listening before we give the answers here. We have, as I mentioned, N9KJN Norm up in Illinois who's listening to our net. So good to have you out there listening this morning, Norm. And we have, David, K7 Delta Victor in Idaho. He checked out. I'm not sure if he's still listening or not. But we also have, N3 OSI is now checked out. Jimmy in Nevada. But we also have an Arizona station. That would be K7 Alpha Romeo November. That's Lucky Ken in Arizona. He used to be Alpha Echo 7 Sierra X-Ray. And his answers this morning are Charlie. But his new call sign is Kilo 7 Alpha Romeo November. So very good on that, Ken. Good to have you out there with us listening. And as I mentioned earlier, we also have our shortwave listeners, Joel and Carolyn Price up in Amarillo. So we are at the bottom of the list here. Did I miss any stations, or do we have any additional check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net before we get the answers to the questions? This is WB5DRI. Please call now. Okay, I don't hear any other stations wanting to check in. Let's go ahead and have Lee give the answers to the questions. As many of you pretty much have surmised, the answers were Alpha. Those were the answers that Lee was looking for. The Nakajima KI-43 Oscar and the Emperor's radio address to the country was how Japan accepted the terms, and that's how the Allies knew that when Japan had accepted the terms and surrendered. It was from the Emperor's radio address to the country. So the answers were Alpha. Let me go ahead and turn it over to Lee and let him put the final comments on these questions here. N5BE. Go ahead, Lee. Thanks again for the questions. WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI, N5B. Well, Brian, I've anyone that chose CC before I gave my correction, I promoted you to the correct answer. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. I know you do this, Brian. You do a lot of research. I take down notes, and so I went through all of that, and I left out second most produced. It's by a wide margin. The Zero was over 10,000 aircraft built, but the Oscar was the second with almost 6,000. So they were right up there. And the Oscar saw a lot of service in China and down in what is now, Malaysia and Indonesia, and was still a formidable aircraft because of its maneuverability. It couldn't dive worth a squat because it was so light. So, but it was a match for the early stuff. It was better than the early stuff, like the Brewster Buffalo and the early marks of the Hawker Hurricane. It could hold its own against the P-40, but it was outclassed by our later fighters. And as Bob pointed out, it became one of the choice aircraft for kamikaze attacks. But so that was Alpha on that one. And on the second one, now here's where there's a little bit of controversy. As many of you know, there was an attempted coup the evening before the address was given. The address was not given in real time. It had been pressed on a record, and that record was played the next day. And the hardliners in the Japanese army tried to go get that recording, among other things, and they were discouraged in doing so. We'll put it that way. But that's how we knew that they had accepted the Potsdam Conference article on surrender. And here's the weird thing. The FCC was listening. There's where the catch is with the FCC. And they had it translated to English, and it was printed in the New York Times the next day. So before the internet, before computers, they got it done. So the answer was AA, and I've corrected everyone who chose CC before I gave my comments. So I apologize again, but I think we had fun with it. Tomorrow, we're going to have a question on old and new. So I think some of you may be shocked. I did do a real good research on this one. All right, Brian, that's it for me. I'll say 73. Thanks for getting us all in under trying conditions. Those photo guys, man, they're real pests. But, the hobby's big enough for everybody. WB5DRI and 5B.
Okay, Lee, very good. N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, very good on all that. And I think we definitely have to give credit to both the Alpha Alpha and the Charlie Charlie today. I know that the Zero is one of my favorites from that period. I think a lot of folks probably know more about the Zero than they do about some of the other aircraft that you have in your question there. But anyway, I thought it all came out well, and very interesting stuff, and I'm sorry I didn't do more research on all this. I should have picked up on that most produced fighter part of this, because I kind of knew that the Zero was produced the most, but I just didn't pick up on that part of the question when I got it from you and gave it out. But anyway, all is well, and very good on everything. Thanks for all you do there, Lee. 73 to you, and let's go ahead and see if we can have a quick 73 round. If Don is still in there, Bob, can you bring him in? K0ZNC, WB5DRI. Don, you're up for the 73 round.
Will do. K1DOB here, and Don, 73 round. Go ahead, sir.
takes around the next on the 8th part of it, and another travel pass that you may get now. 73, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday. Tomorrow, so Monday will be the next time for me. Back to you, Brian, the WB5DRI, K1BOB, K07370,
K1BOB, back to net.
Okay, Don, I think you turned it. 73 to you, Don, and we'll talk to you again.
style to make points when people learn, which I commend you for that, Lee. Good net, Brian. K1BOB. See you all tomorrow. And Lee, N5BE has a net on Sunday. See you there. K1BOB, clear.
Okay, Bob. Maybe we'll talk to you some more on Echolink there, Bob. But good to hear you this morning. We'll break with K1BOB. Let's go back to Jim in Corona. Also with correct answer, W6WAY, WB5DRI. You're up for the 73 round, Jim.
Okay, Brian. WB5DRI. This is W6WAY. And 73s, everyone. Back over to you, Brian.
Okay, Jim. Well, you have a great day out there in Corona. Break with W6WAY. Let's go to Ray. We're also zeroed in on the correct answers there. WB2JJO. Ray, you're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI from WB2JJO. Well, I'll tell you what, Brian, it was a fantastic net. I wasn't too sure about the answer, but you know what? I just had to ride the commander's wings, and I got 100. So with that, there, best 73s. Thank you, Lee, for the question, and we'll catch you further on down the line. See you guys on Monday. W5DRI, WB2JJO, 73.
Okay, Ray, WB2JJO. 73s, Ray, have a great day there in New Jersey. WB5DRI. We'll break with you, and let's try KA4YES again and see if he might have come back, might still be listening. KA4YES, Tom, you're up for the 73 round if you're still in there. WB5DRI. Okay, very good, Tom. Well, we got you down for Alpha there, and sounds like you're going to have a nice day. 82 to 85 is pretty pleasant, really. But 73 to you, Tom. Good to have you with us this morning. And we'll break with KA4YES. Let me go back and get Chris in Bowling Green. KS5KY. Sorry, I skipped over you there, Chris. You're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Chris. Well, 73 is to you. We'll break with KS5KY. I have to mention that I think Dale had lightning in the area and had to check out, so we'll give him a 73. That's W5OG. And thanks for all the help this morning, Dale, as usual. And we'll talk to you some more on Echolink there after the net. So we'll break with you, and let's go to... next up would be John in Peoria, I believe. W7AJN. John, you're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, W7AJN. Good question. Enjoyed it. I actually knew the answer to the second part, so that's how I connected the alpha. But yeah, I knew the answer to the second part. Didn't know the first part, but if A was the second part, then A was the first part. So, well done. Everybody make it a wonderful day. You're in charge of it. 7-3s, everybody. WB5DRI, W7AJN.
Okay, John. W7AJ and WB5DRI. Yeah, that's one of the great things about Lee's questions here is if you know the second question, you have the answers for the first one for sure there. So with the questions being matched pairs, that actually helps quite a bit of the time. But anyway, good to hear you this morning, John. Have a great day there in Peoria, and let's keep it moving here. Let's go back. We'll break with you, and let's go out to Las Cruces again. W5ABI. Joe, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI and as far as W5ABI. Good net. Had a lot of people on this morning. Thanks for running it. Didn't get the question right, but you can't win them all. Anyhow, 73 to you and all the flyers. WB5DRI, W5ABI, 73.
Okay, 73s to you, Joe. We'll break with W5ABI. We're back to Charlie. Thanks again, Charlie, for your great live stream. And you're up for the 73 round, Charlie. K4YDB, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K4YDB. I don't know what you use on that G5, but man, I tell you, your signal has held up great today. Good solid S9 into here. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a great day, and we will look for you tomorrow. K4YDB back to net.
Okay, Charlie, 73s to you. We'll break with K4YDB. Let's see if Jimmy might still be in there. N3OSI. Let's see. I think he checked out. I got him checking out on the AIM window there. We'll skip him. I don't think he's there. We'll give him a 73s, and let me go back to Mike in Anthem there. King Queen 6 Echo. Mike, also with a correct answer. You're up for the 73 round, Mike. WB5DRI.
Yeah, well, he came in there, helped out a little bit. So I left into that one. Good to hear everybody this morning. We'll try to make it again tomorrow. We go take care of the XYL here, and we've got some afternoon. So hopefully we'll get through this stuff and get back tomorrow. Everybody have a good weekend. We're looking at good weather here, so it's going to have to play.
Okay, Mike, 73s to you. Have a great day there in Anthem, and we'll look for you the next time. Break with King Queen 6 Echo. Let's go back to Florida to Steve out there in Edgewater. King Queen 4 Hotel Juliet November. KQ4HJN. Steve, you're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
Thanks, sir, Brian. I'm having a hard time hearing a lot of you, but you're coming in great. But even the Utah SDR, I'm not hearing a lot. But anyhow, everybody have a great day. 73s, and back to you, Brian.
Okay, Steve, 73s to you, and sure glad you guys are recovering there. But have a great day out there in Edgewater, and we'll talk to you the next time. Break with King Queen 4 Hotel Juliet November. Let's go to Whiskey 5 Papa India X-Ray. Cliff, you're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
All right, Brian, thanks again to all the flyers. Everybody have a good weekend, and hopefully I get busy underneath the truck here. Got to go feed the birdies and get things going here. So thanks for running the net. I'll catch you over on Echo Lake pretty short. Too bad Dale has to duck out through the thunderstorms, but yeah, they got a nasty line of them moving across, and Dalton got hit about an hour or so ago, so hopefully everybody's doing better up there now. I expected WB5DRI.
Okay, Cliff, W5PIX, WB5DRI. Well, 73s, Cliff, and we'll talk to you on Echo Link some more. Break with you. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. Did I miss any stations on the 73 round, or do we have any last check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net before I shut this thing down and we switch over to our conference node on Echo Link? That's Alpha Foxtrot Charlie. This is WB5DRI Net Control. Please call now. I hear something out there, but you're right down in my noise. I can't really copy a call sign there. You want to try it again? This is WB5DRI. I'm sorry, old man. I'm just not. I'm not able to make you out there. This is WB5DRI. Come back and try us again on another day. We're on here every day, starting up at 10 o'clock Central Time on this frequency. But anyway, everybody, thanks for joining us this morning. Thanks for all the participants and all the relays, and thanks for all the folks that help out with the net every day. N5BE for the questions and for doing the net logger for us, and Charlie K4YDB for his great live stream on YouTube. So anyway, and all the relays and participants, we appreciate everybody's contributions to the net, and thanks for making it what it is. I hope everybody has a great day out there. 73s to all. God bless our troops, and God bless the USA. This is WB5DRI, Brian in San Antonio, now closing the Air Force's Flyers Club net and returning the frequency to the POTA stations or anybody that wants it. WB5DRI clear. Good day, everybody.